Hey guys, it's Slasher here, and today I'm going to show you U10 Blood with the latest card that I got in the mini expansion. The card that we got from the mini expansion was Knocked Blood Huntress. It's a cost 2/1/4 with Ward, Fanfare, banish 2 random cards from your deck, banish a card from your hand, and put a copy of it into your deck. Draw a card. Clash. Give 20 cards or less in your deck, gain Bane. Her Evo is, on Evo, give your leader the following effect. At the start of your turn, banish 2 random cards from your deck. Then, if you have 10 or less cards in your deck, deal 3 damage to an enemy leader. This effect is not stackable and lasts for the rest of the match. Clash. Give 20 cards or less in your deck, gain Bane. 3/6 with Bane, it's a nice thing, because they try and get rid of the ward, but they just die because of Bane. So they have to outright kill it in one thing, or else they have to waste a lot of cards. For a low cost, we have Vampire Liberated, which is a 1 cost 1/1 with during your turn when this card is added to your hand from your deck. If you have 10 cards or less in your deck, reveal it. Gain +4/+4 and recover 1 Evo point. Ward, Fanfare, banish 2 cards from your deck, banish a card from your hand, and put a copy of it into your deck. Card. On Evo, he becomes a 3/3 with Ward. Evo, if you have 10 cards or less in your deck, deal X damage to all enemy followers. X equals this follower's attack. So if you have 10 cards or less, it will deal 3 damage. But if it was revealed when you had 10 cards or less, it will become a 7/7, so it will deal 7 damage to everything. But most of the time, you won't use it at the later end. You'll just use it for his Fanfare skill. Next, we have Hell's Heartbreaker, which is a cost 2/3/1. With during your turn, when this card is added to your hand from your deck, if you have 10 cards or less, reveal it and gains +2/+2 and Storm. Rush. Fanfare, banish 2 cards from your deck, banish a card from your hand, and put a copy into your deck. Draw a card. Most of the new cards have this skill. They just want you to get under a certain number of cards. Usually it's either 20, but most of the cards is 10. Next we have Buller, Child of Evil, which is a 2 cost 2/2 with if you have at least 2 play points and 10 cards or less in your deck, play this card as Buller Heavensworn or Buller Hellsworn. Buller Heavensworn is a 2 play point 4/5 with Ward. Fanfare, banish a card from your hand and put a copy of it into your deck. Draw 2 cards. Buller Hellsworn is a 2 play point 5/4 with Fanfare, destroy 2 random enemy followers, recover 4 defense to your leader. Fanfare, banish 2 random cards from your deck, banish a card from your hand, and put a copy into your deck. Draw a card. Next we have a spell, which is a cost 2 Sanguine Knight. Banish 2 cards from your deck, banish a card from your hand, and put a copy of it into your deck. Draw 2 cards. If you have more evolution points than your opponent, recover 1 defense to your leader, and recover 1 play point. Next card is Waterwing Demon, which is a 3 cost 2/1 with Storm. Fanfare, banish 2 cards from your deck. Strike, deals 1 damage to all enemy followers. If you have 20 cards or less in your deck, deal 2 damage instead, and draw a card. 1 2-cost spell, Case Cracked. Remove all effects from all enemy followers except changes to their attack or defense. And finally, the whole entire reason why we play this deck is because of Milnard Demon Butcher, which is a 5 cost 4/5 with during your turn, if this card is banished from your deck, summon a Milnard Demon Butcher, then return it to your hand. During your turn, when this card is added to your hand from your deck, or when it is returned to your hand, if you have 10 or less cards in your deck, change this cost to 2 and give it +3/+1. Reveal it if it's added to your hand from your deck. Also has Storm and Drain. So your whole entire game plan with this deck is mill yourself or banish enough cards until you have under 10, and by turn 5 and beyond, you'll have under or just above 10 cards, that when this card gets added to your hand, it becomes a cost 2 with 7/6, and by that turn, hopefully you have 2 or more, and hopefully your opponent's at, like, I would say 14 is the minimum. But if you're lucky and you have an Evo point, it could also be 16, is like your optimal kill turn with Case Cracked. Just Case Cracked and you have 2 Milnards that are 2 cost. You remove any wards on their field because of Case Cracked, and you just swing at their face. And if you're on low HP, you'll just immediately go up back to like a high enough number, like 16, 20. Just always make sure to check your deck. There's always times where I accidentally mill myself out because I milled too many cards out of my deck and I drew the last card. Like, damn it. It's also kind of funny. Just adding Knocked Blood Huntress to this deck really does help the deck accelerate its milling potential, and also just getting Bane on a card is always nice with Ward. That was the end of the deck profile. On to the fights. See ya.
Time to get started.
盾の栄誉へ向けていざ。
We've been waiting. You're so kakkoi!
You know where to stab to get the best scream?
Scarlet light. Played so delicately. The sky watches over you.
Can you handle the heat?
Welcome home! We've been waiting.
The chapter of humanity ends here.
Go! Go!
The night is ours.
I'm proud of you all.
Surrender your earthly despair. 行きますわよ. For all sinners must be punished.
Mysteries are shy little things.
Oh!
Water streams from high to low. Heaven is where my love abides.
Hey, check this out!
The shadow of my life.
A hidden trap!
Forget about forgiveness. Your shield is here.
Ow!
You know where to stab to get the best scream? 足りていませんでした。
Time to get started.
This one's for my family.
You're so kakkoi!
The sea harbors hopes, dreams, and
We're gonna ride this wave to the top.
Dragon
Very chic.
The chapter of humanity ends here. Heaven is where my love abides. You know where to stab to get the best scream?
I can see to the depths of the ocean.
Show me your passion!
Oh, hateful light.
You're so kakkoi! Go! Go! after dinner.
I've already been scouted to 5 teams.
Like, let's hype things up. Ooh. A pledge to the Ebony.
Water streams from high to low. You know where to stab to get the best scream?
Oh, too much hype.
Here comes the kickoff.
In my heart, just like that.
You know where to stab to get the best scream? You know where to stab to get the best scream?
Stop! Ah! You're a solid fighter.
That was the end of the battles. See you guys next time. Bye.